A very good Tuesday morning to you. You are watching Entrepreneurship Tuesday only on Y in the Morning. And I hope you did catch that interview with Juan Barry Moses. But now it's about time we delve into something out of the ordinary, which is reviving your initiatives. I have been well informed today that it is the responsibility of the well-off youth, the youth that are employed, to seek out opportunities and initiatives that will empower our brothers and sisters out there who are not so empowered or not even able to get employment. And with me in studio today, I have a very, very able gentleman who I will allow to say good morning to you and introduce himself.
Thank you, Hilda. Yeah, I'm Nzomo Muli, and I'm the real founder of the Funzo Youth Group that in general works with the youths in the locals, in the villages, in the estates, and within the community. The youth group, actually, the Funzo origin started back in 2005 in around Langata, South Sea. And we've really done a lot, Hilda, when it comes to the youth empowerment and youth engagement in some of the activities that really requires the youth to be seen out there as citizens of this republic.
All right,
Yes,
all right. Karibu sana studio.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so let's go through the plan now, because when you do have an initiative, many people have initiatives. What strategies do you employ to get your initiative off the ground, like to take off? When you were founding Funzo, what steps did you take to make sure it takes off and it became the success that it was?
Okay, thank you for that very questions. That is a good question, and for one, that it came like a concept, like an idea. One day I just woke up and decided to actually look to the youths. What are the youths really doing outside there? You see, like you've said, most of the youths, they are just there, they are not seen, and they have real talents. So I just realized these youths, I can go and meet them, the youths. I can talk to them one-on-one and capture the ones who have the talents, the ideas. Yes, so that maybe we can come up and let them maybe be seen that they are guys who are hidden there and they have talents. And these are the real things that the public really needs to be shown out. That we have guys, we have the youths who are outside there, who have got talents, and all it takes for them to actually participate in the regeneration of this country of ours. Yes. Hilda.
But the time you were registering Funzo, which offices did you go to? What papers are required for you to have an initiative in this country that's acknowledged by the government? What are the procedures? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, thank you once more. In fact, that is an area that really our youth really need to be expounded on it, because it is a process. Because as you know, even accessing some of the government funds, government maybe resources, you have to be in a registered group. So at first, they need to walk to these offices. They are the youth offices, the registration for the groups. Most of them, they are actually based within the DCC's office or any county offices. So when you go there, actually they have to link to the chiefs, because of most of the youth, they are so much in the village, they cannot get access to some of these big offices. So we even request our local chiefs, our elders, really to show these youths some of the steps that they're supposed actually to follow. Like the steps are used, we went with the youths, a team of like 20 youths. We went to the local chief. He gave us an introduction letter. We went to the registrar of groups. Then we registered the Funzo Youth Group there. And from there, actually, we took like a week, and we got our certificate as a Funzo Youth Group. And we came to the ground and we started actually doing our activities slowly by slowly.
Okay, okay. Yes. This idea was your brainchild. It was yours. How did you go about the recruiting process? How did you get the young people to be interested in your initiative and actually participate and join?
Okay, at first it's very funny. It is very funny. Youths are actually attracted to what belongs to them. You cannot just go to the youths and started maybe giving ideas that really don't pull them. You need to look, what do they need, how is it supposed to be done, and why I'm taking to the youths. So I realized within Langata, actually, because that is the area that we really started the Funzo, there were so many youths. These youths, they had talents, because I was actually among them. Some of them were very good musicians. Some of them could actually come out and articulate issues. So we say we can borrow these ideas and come up as a team and actually move out to the public and show ourselves what we can do. And by doing so, actually we went to the, I think the first place we went to the Kenya Airports Authority, based at the Wilson. We talked to the management there. They were really welcoming and they were really good people, and they gave us at least a space to run our activities. And most of those activities were actually to check on the environment, because that is our proximity where the youth belong. So within that vicinity, we used to do some cleanings. We used to partner with them.
Now that is the Ngarisha Mta.
That is the funzo.
Yo.
That is the funzo.
Yes.
Yes. Now from there, it is when now we started engaging other activities, because now the youths were really growing.
Yes.
We came up with other. Some of the youths went and came up with like the Ngarisha Mta.
Yes.
They were concentrating on giving out the sanitary pads. We get like donors. We do the cleaning. And generally, we cannot forget our good county, because even our able governor, Mike Mbuvi Sonko, has really done a lot towards the check of the systems.
I was actually going to ask you how you go about seeking out sponsors and partnerships and what have you, because for every initiative to take off, you need a few partners and sponsors here and there. So I'd like to understand, what procedures do you employ to attract partners, and how do you get sponsors for your initiatives?
Well, Hilda, that's a good question also. But what I'm really trying to figure out from that question is like, there's one thing that we need to tell our youth outside there. Our youth need to be go-getters. They don't actually have to wait to be called, to be identified, to be spotted. They have to be go-getters. So from that initiative, we decided, let's move out and get these sponsors as a team. As a team. So we used to walk to these offices. We even used to walk to the AMREF, we used to walk to the Red Cross, we used to walk to the Kenya Airports Authority, as I've said before, and they could actually understand the concept. You see, it is not easy just to get a donor today, but at least there has to be some records of what you have been doing, where are you doing that thing, and how are you doing it. So from that concept, we used to tell them, we are doing this, we have done this much, and there was actually a good response from that really ideas, and it is from there that we used to be being engaged a lot by these NGOs, like maybe the Red Cross. They even took some of the youths to other areas. They did some like life-saving skills and small and actually a good number of them, they are being reinstated in those NGOs. Very good. I was actually going to ask you about some of the achievements of some of these initiatives. Can you say, from your initiative and the projects that you have been engaged in, any employment opportunities have been created for the participants? Yes, and as I've said, the youths, for one, they have to be go and getters, and they should not do that with greed. It should become out of their hearts. It is a passion. If you have talent, try go and look for these talented people. Go to these NGOs, go to these well-wishers who are really, even churches. You can walk there and show your talent. You are a good musician. It is from there that these people will identify you. Now from your question of how we benefited, we've seen maybe from these, like you said, that's an NGO that actually has really assisted Funzo. We've seen Kenya Airports Authority as a it has come up, it has helped our youths. They normally take those youths in terms of the internships and some small people have been able to get internships and a few employment opportunities from participating. They normally go there. They are given them small jobs, like if you see, we have also to look at our youths. Not all youths are who are gifted. There are those who are gifted, those who are not gifted. There are those who are talented, there are those who are not talented. And another thing, we have to look at the what is the community participating. We don't actually have to rely on these NGOs, these big organizations. Even within our proximity, the community itself. We normally do like the public participations. We call the public, we tell them, like, today we are in this estate, we are going to do this and this and this, and it's from there these youth, they introduce themselves. So somebody within that community or that village can just come up and say, okay, from where I do work, or from where I do my other talents or my artistic work, I can engage you people. I can take 3 of you and we go there. Like we've seen some of the youths. We have so many real estates going on. We normally tell these youths, we can walk those real estates. Go talk to those engineers, those civil engineers, those experts, those contractors, those surveyors. At least these people, they'll get some knowledge of how to do it. Yes, before we wait for the government to maybe to tell us we are going to this vocational maybe scholarship, this TVETs, or this government sponsored, it will be so hard. And as I quoted in some other interviews with the local radio, the issue of unemployment is a global thing. We should not narrow it to the ward level, to the constituency level, to the county level, the national level. It's a global thing. So we should actually look at the ward level. What can we do to our youths? And first and foremost thing is, we as the community down there at the ward level, we need to know what are our youths doing. We should not be saying our youths are idle. In fact, that's a bad language that we don't actually condole.
Okay, but what do you believe makes the youth so undermotivated?
Okay, for one is the youths have been overlooked, because as you see, the only time that our youths will appear in these activities of maybe national building, they are used maybe in things like the campaigns time, is when the people will realize we have our youths there. Now these youth, they are being taken, they are being used in not in a normal way, as I can say. In a
constructive manner.
Yes, in a constructive manner. So at least we should take our youths as the citizens of Kenya by birth, by virtue, or by any other thing. And I'm pleading to the government, Hilda. I'm thanking the government. The government, our president, Uhuru Kenyatta, is doing quite good in terms of engaging the youths in the NYS thing, in these TVETs, and other programs. So I'm also encouraging such kind of a scenario to be seen even in the NGOs and other maybe partnerships, so that our youths, they are not just outside there idly.
All right, but every business and every initiative is not without its challenges.
Yes, yes.
When you founded Funzo, it did very well. It took off, and you were able to get a good number of youths and good number of sponsors and partnerships. Ngarisha Mtaa was also one of your initiatives. However, this one went into faced a little bit of challenges as it was taking off, and you took a break. And when you came back, it was almost dead. So we'd like to understand, when you come back and you find your business or your initiative has gone down the drain, how do you come back up? How do you deal with the crisis? How do you get back on track?
Okay, as I've said, when youth come together, they come with one goal. And as Kenyans, we know, when you talk about what are the challenges for the youth, everybody will tell you it is employment, employment. So what I'm urging the youth as a challenge is that when we, like for instance, a youth group of, let's say, 20 youths, when they come and start the group, most of them, they get jobs. Some of them, they are employed to these the NGOs. Or
so they start to break away.
So they break. And what I'm urging them is that when you get an opportunity as a youth, make sure you change a life of the other youth, one or two who are left outside there. But most of them, when they get opportunities, they just go and they disappear. They don't even look back to their youthful sisters, youthful brothers. They just disappear. So that is one of the challenges, that you are the pioneer, you do everything nicely, the youths get jobs, or some of them, they get jobs like in outskirts of the city. For example, we are based in Langata. Some of them, they may get job in maybe, let's say, Mombasa, some in Gilgil. So they also have limited time to walk in and champion for the rest of the group. So slowly it diminishes. But what we are really trying to do, like now we have revived really this thing in a serious way. We have seen even our partner Ngarisha Mtaani, we are really putting support on them. We have also have a very good group like the Tegemeos and other groups like in Mathare, Dandora, and Embakasi. We are trying actually to push now the Funzo youth group in a bigger, broad perspective. Yes, and also I'm urging the youths to come aboard. We are based in Langata, to just come aboard and make sure this thing now it goes rapidly. We are also trying to reach the fortunate youths who at least have got the chance to be well off. They've got jobs. Don't forget to your brothers. There are brothers who have talents. They know how to do the music. They know the artistic work. They can express themselves. They are learned. Just come for them. Don't wait for these other senior citizens to just look for the youths. You can also come once in a while, help them, tell them, okay, I have space for this. At least try to change one or two of your brothers and sisters down there.
All right. Speaking of changing the lives for those who are not able to maybe get these opportunities as others are able to get, how popular are these community development initiatives with the young people?
Okay, in terms of popularity, we are trying to equate that to the challenges also, your question. Because like a youth group might just come up and do an activity that will shine within the community. For example, there's an activity of tree planting that is going on currently. So it becomes so popular, we engage the community, we are doing some flowers here, and it becomes so popular. But all of a sudden you see these challenges coming in. It's like now the youths will say, okay, we are doing this, the community is not appreciating what we are doing, is like just by the way. So we also need these communities to, and actually when we look in our constitution, article 184 and 174, and also article 10, article 10 2 A, B and C, it talks a lot about the community participation. And it is within this community participation that the community itself is able to recognize this is so and so from our community, from our estate, from our village. Now what we can do from this, we can really assist them as part of this community. And don't forget that some of this community participation, it involves the administration, that is the DC, the chiefs, the DOs. We also have our good reinforcement teams like the OCPD's office. So they'll just tell the youth, don't shy away. Walk even to these offices of ours, like in the DCC's office. There is quite a lot. This is a government office. There are a lot of things that are being channeled through the DCC's office. So from those community participation, I'm telling those parents, make sure whenever there's this stakeholders meeting, this public participation, at least to tell their youth to attend and take part of it, because it is from there they are going to be identified. But you'll find most of the youth, they are scared. They say, oh, pale kuna askari, I won't attend that. Why? They are feeling like they are being neglected. So going there is like they are going to, they say kujipeana. Yeah, so we're also trying to come up with those civic education to our youths whenever they see this, walk to those offices. Yes, Hilda.
All right, that's amazing. And I'd like to understand, now that you've mentioned the different government offices that are involved in this, what are some of the changes that they can make to make sure that it's easier for people to have initiatives without thinking that, now to start an initiative is a long procedure. Based on the procedures that you went through, what changes do you think need to be made to make it easier for someone at home with an initiative to pursue it?
Okay, that's also a good question to our youths, and I hope our youths are really listening outside there. For one, the government, under the devolved function of the government, we've seen so many things coming to the machinani things. So the only thing is the government. And most of the counties are really doing it. Like Nairobi County, it's being very well felt. The youths are being targeted. There are some civic education, the youth programs, so that the youth can be told, nowadays you own this ward, you own this constituency, you own this county, you own this republic. So it is up to you as a youth to walk to these offices. And another thing is actually to bring those services closer, closer to them, so that in any community participating program like the drugs initiative campaign, like this, the polio thing, the youths, they are really involved. These community health workers can really come and take those youthful sisters or brothers and engage them in some of those activities.
All right.
So the issue of the services being closer to the youths is quite very, very important, because some of the youths, they are scared. They don't even know where to get this registration form, to reach offices. Some of them, they don't even have money to do it. But I'm thinking, because everything is going online, it's digital, they can actually access through the websites and get those applications. They do it, and maybe they get assistance.
All right, thank you very much. As a parting shot, I'd like you to remind the audience how they can access Funzo Initiative and Ng'arisha Mtaa.
Okay. The Funzo youth groups is really based, as I've said, in Lang'ata.
Even online, the social media platforms.
Yes. So we are on a Funzo youth group. We have on our Facebook page. We also have a Twitter page. And we also, you can reach us through the DCC's office at Wilson Airport. We are registered, we are there. If you come there, you ask, we want to meet this Funzo youth group. The offices, we are quite there at Wilson Airport, around the DCC's office. Yes, in Lang'ata South Sea. And that is not at there. We are just very much mobile. We are everywhere. We are moving it to other sub-counties. And also, in doing that, we're also thanking the government, we are thanking the county, we are thanking even our MCAs. They are really doing a very good job to actually making this Funzo Youth Initiative to revive. Yes.
All right, thank you so much for coming to studio today. Thank you so much for the valuable insight. You have been listening to one Nathan Nzomo, who is the founder of Funzo and Ganshamta Initiative, and he's here to let us know that it's our responsibility as the youth to uplift even our other brothers and sisters, those of us who are not in employment, those of us who are in employment but are able to sustain ourselves. We must remember that we have the others outside there who also need to have opportunities created based on some of the initiatives that we come up with. You have been watching Youth and Entrepreneurship. Don't go anywhere. One Barry Moses is coming right back.